The latest as far as the Sushant Singh Rajput investigation is concerned. Now, the probe is gathering more steam with the Narcotics Bureau now entering the probe as well. This after the Enforcement Directorate saw details from the Narcotics Control Bureau about drug-related chats that allegedly involved Rhea Chakraborty and her links with drug dealers. The NCB even held a meeting today to discuss their next step and whether or not they should be filing an FIR in the case. The NCB has said that they may summon Rhea in connection to this case as well. Meanwhile, Rhea's lawyer in her defense said that the actress never did drugs and is ready for a blood test anytime. Let's in fact go across to Alok, who's joining us for more details. Alok, so of course you have the CBI probe, you have the Enforcement Directorate probe, and now this drug angle here really emerging after these chats have come to light. What can you tell us?
Well, yes, definitely. And if the case is registered, it will be registered under the section of NDPS Act. But let me tell you that since yesterday, there are two important developments happened. That one is ED shared the information which they accessed from Rhea's mobile phone. And that was the deleted chat, which in fact is said that she was talking about some drugs. These are the banned drugs. And that chats were shared with the NCB, that is Narcotics Control Bureau. And now that information was shared yesterday with the NCB chief, and yesterday, in fact, that was decided that now the NCB is going to investigate this whole matter. In fact, today morning, NCB zonal director, in fact, did a meeting, and then after that, he also met with the NCB chief, who is Rakesh Asthana, at his office, and then they decided how to go with this case. But what we are getting to know as of now, they are still mulling into it, that how they have to go into this case. Remember, there are various multiple chats where Rhea is found to be chatting about these drugs, which are definitely the banned drugs. That includes the MDMA and also there are other drugs as well. So as of now, what we are getting to know that if the case is registered, it will be registered under the NDPS Act. By late evening today, that will be cleared what the NCB is going to do, or whether they will register the FIR or they will directly summon Rhea Chakraborty, or they will further probe the matter with other way. So that is what the information from the NCB as of now. So we have to wait and watch what the NCB will do in a few hours. Back to you.
That's right, Alok. In fact, those are the latest details as far as the Narcotics Control Bureau probe is concerned. But Sushant's family lawyer has raised questions over the alleged drug links as far as Rhea is concerned. He says that when Sushant's family had filed the FIR, there was an impression that Sushant was being over-drugged. Now, lawyer Vikas Singh has therefore sought a probe that agencies should widen their investigation into this entire case, and also specifically and probe this entire drug link that has now emerged.
Well, if this drug issue is, if it is true, as shown by some channel yesterday, then definitely it's a very serious matter, because the family, when it got the FIR registered, there was an impression that Sushant was being over-drugged. But when we said over-drugged, we meant prescription drug, which is being administered on the instruction of some psychiatrist. And if you give an overdose, then it can, disturb the mental balance of somebody. But now, if what has been disclosed is correct, then this is actually banned drug. Now, if it is banned drug, then firstly, this will lead to definitely abetment to suicide as well as murder, either of the two. And lastly, there will be a Narcotics Control Bureau issue also, because then who are the suppliers? They will also have to be arrested. So definitely the scope of these proceedings will widen quite substantially.
Meanwhile, political parties have yet again used the new drug angle as the latest flashpoint. Maharashtra Minister Anil Deshmukh evaded all questions on Rhea's alleged drug links. In fact, opposition, on the other hand, questioned the alleged inaction by the Mumbai police.
Rhea Chakraborty was dealing in drugs, or at least talking about drugs with some people. Will the Mumbai police be acting on her NDPS Act or anything of the sort be applied to her? And was the Mumbai police even aware of this?
I'll speak it later. I'll speak later.
So were
Not-
you
not-
aware
not
of
now.
this? Were you aware of this?
If it surfaces that any person is indulging in any activity which would fall within the definition of any of the provisions under Narcotics Drugs Act, then in that event it becomes a bounden duty of the investigating agency to apply relevant stringent provisions of NDPS Act. It makes no difference as to who the person is or what the crime is.
In Sushant Singh Rhea case, the drug angle is exposed now. What the Thakre Sarkar and Mumbai police was doing? Who are involved in this all? Are there other people also? Or the gang of Bandra? We would like CBI to check every angle.